I'm Louise Burns, I'm the community matron. I lead the community midwifery service. I also have a role in early years within the Stockport Family Integrated Service, and that's to ensure that pregnancy is inclusive to the early years agenda. We've got 3 continuity of care teams. They're a small team of midwives. Within those teams, the women have one named midwife who coordinates their care throughout pregnancy. She's supported by a buddy midwife, and they work within the team, and one of the team will come and deliver the woman's baby and facilitate their postnatal care afterwards. So we have 3 of those teams. The midwives are coming into the birth centre to facilitate those births. We also have a home birth continuity of care team in the High Peak. So we also have an enhanced continuity of care team, and that focuses on early help in pregnancy. We developed that team so it incorporated the work that I do within early years and Stockport Family. It captures our most vulnerable women and families, and it's based in the Brunnington area. It includes the black and minority ethnic communities and our young parents, and the midwives have very small caseloads so that they can facilitate the early help at the earliest opportunity in pregnancy. The midwives also accompany those women and families to their births wherever they may be birthing, because by virtue of their vulnerability that may not be at home or on the birth centre. And they also act as advocates at antenatal appointments for this, our most vulnerable population.
My name's Rachel Bevington, and I'm one of the community team leaders in Stockport. There's 2 team leaders, Jane and I, and we've worked really closely with Louise to launch the continuity of care project across Stockport. We've managed to do that in the middle of the pandemic, which has been really challenging, and we're really proud that we've done it, but it just brings so many benefits. In terms of home births themselves, we know that there's huge benefits for the families. Women use less pain relief when they're at home because they're more relaxed, they're in their own environment. Families, once they've had the baby, can get all snuggled up in bed together, they can get a takeaway, it's lovely. For us as midwives, we can focus just on that one family and be really in the moment.
Hi, my name's Sarah, and I gave birth to this one about 9 weeks ago with the care and support of my local community midwives. So we found out we were expecting in April 2020, and quite naively probably thought that COVID and lockdowns would be over and done with by the time we were due in January 2021. That obviously wasn't the case, but that had no negative impact on my care I received from the community midwives. So when we first had our booking appointment, I was quite upset to find out that I'd have to attend all my appointments alone, but those fears quickly disappeared really as soon as I met Danielle, and I realised I had the same midwife throughout, so I could really build that relationship and that trust. I felt confident going in alone, felt well informed and quite comfortable every time I had to go in. Yes, that was really good. So quite early on we decided a home birth was the right decision for us, but as a first time mum I was quite apprehensive about the decision. I had some fears about what we decided to do, but I discussed all those with Danielle, and having the same midwife throughout meant that I had that trust and she could support me, and it was really encouraging, and believed that I'd be able to achieve the birth I wanted to. And we're fortunate we did. We had our home birth in January, with some exceptional midwives from the community. We saw 5 in total over the few shifts that I was in labour after my waters broke, and every single midwife that came to us was exceptional. They were incredibly patient and calm, really took the time to understand what I wanted from my birth plan and what kind of birth I was trying to achieve. And without their support, I don't think I would have been successful, would have got the birth I really dreamed of. So my postnatal appointment continues to be with my midwife Danielle, So it's really good to have her support after the birth, not just before, and already have that relationship in place. So I felt comfortable discussing how I felt after the birth, with the baby blues, and some trouble to have with breastfeeding, and she was able to provide me that extra support. So the continuity of care I received really benefited me, especially in times of COVID. But having that relationship built just meant that I was able to achieve actually the birth I wanted and felt super supported throughout. I was actually quite shocked to learn that not everyone gets that continuity of support. My friends who live in different areas, I felt incredibly lucky to have that, and I could not thank the midwives enough.
Okay, so my name's Danielle Kennedy. I'm one of the midwives on the continuity team, and continuity has amazing health benefits for mums and babies, but on top of that it has an amazing outcome for us as midwives and the experience we have emotionally, and also for the families. You almost become a professional friend to the families. You're involved right from the first booking appointment all the way through the pregnancies, sometimes lucky enough to be at the birth if you're on call, and also in the postnatal period. So you really get to know these families. Nothing compares to it at all. The only bad part of it is sadly when we have to say goodbye and discharge them, which is, that's the only bad thing that I can say about it, and that is really difficult actually, because you do become that professional friend and you've shared all of this massive period of time with such a magical journey that when you do come to discharge them, it's a little bit sad, but it's lovely to know that you've had such a positive impact on a family, for them and also for you as a midwife, because that's ultimately why I am a midwife, to make that difference to families.